And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing 7 Days to Die. Well, I worked through the night, got a little bit of work done, did some weed cleaving, did some counting, and I think I've got a good border. What I had to do is I got rid of the bastion that was over here, because we have one right in the corner right there, so I just sort of gracefully tied that wall together. Laid out the rest of the wall. This little area down here, that's where our entrance is going to be. So we're going to basically dig a little area around the whole castle so zombies fall down, and then the eye level, the stuff above ground, will be nice and pretty castle looking. So with that, we want to I want to get a small segment of this area dug out so you'll get an idea of what I'm going for. The process is going to be lengthy, digging a trench all the way around, because one of the things that I thought is, down there we're going to dig a trench. So there's going to be a trench, 3 blocks deep or so down here. And I thought, this is going to be our entrance. It would be kind of cool to have that trench just as deep all the way across here. So as you go up this hill, you come up to the trench, and rather than being 3 blocks deep, it'll be like 13 blocks deep right here. So it'll be way down there. So our drawbridge, which is going to go right here, will be able to basically just go right over the top of all of that, and then we'll tie in the road right into that segment. So there'll be a little jut out here, there'll be a little bit of construction, and it will tie into that drawbridge pretty nicely, and that'll allow us to put the drawbridge down when we need it, and then put it up during horde night, and they'll just fall down into the trench, and we'll be able to go down to the dungeons there and take them out. So this gives us quite a lot of room inside of here for a keep. And I'm thinking right on the tip of this little mound here would be a good spot right here for a sizable keep. And there's a ton of clay in here that I would love to dig out. But I don't know if I'm going to need to, because I want to keep this up on the hill so the keep looks down on the rest of the wall and is able to look onto the entrance. So their entrance will be right over there, and it'll come around, and there'll be a keep right here, and then we could do a little outbuildings, a little farmstead, a little shack for the guards of the castle. That kind of stuff can be right into this area, and then maybe the lower levels, those can be like farm fields. So you gotta feed the king of the castle, I guess. So let's dig out a little area so you guys see what I'm thinking right now. We're gonna want at least 2 wide, like that. And let's keep digging. So that's 2 deep. Let's go 3, and then 1 more, and then this level will be where our spikes are. So it'll be 3 deep like this. So our spikes will go on top of here. Actually, come to think of it, they stand on top of the spikes, so they would be standing on this level. So I might want to go down 1 more. Okay, and then for our access, right in here. Oh, I'm glad I brought that fuel. So this will be, let's see, how do I want to do this? The spikes will go here. So I'm going to actually want this up one more. Yeah. So I dug that too deep, so I'm just going to fill that in. And then put one more layer on top. And then come the pillars. For support. Because this is going to be a castle wall, so we want to keep this supported as much as possible. And this little guy right there, I marked off, if you noticed, if I look at the wall, I marked off those little tick marks right here. I want to put some accents on the wall. I don't want just a flat wall. I want to put some stuff out on the wall. But that's going to be tough because of our trench system. So what do we do about that is we, for now, don't worry about it. Because I might just use a ramp coming up, and then our accents will come up on top. So it's going to be accents outside the wall. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. As long as the zombies can fall into our trench, we don't mind at all. So in some places, I might make the trench 3 wide because of that. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We kind of designed it based on 2 wide, but so the auger makes this short work, which is one of the reasons why I wanted the auger before I started any major building project. Okay, so we need one more level down here. And then rebar frames. And those, because these are going to be our spikes. Oh, I need all right. Now pillar time. It's pillar time. Just like that. And that will go all the way around the base, just like that. So a lot of resources, yes. It's going to take a lot of resources to do that, but it's one of the reasons why I've started making so many resources. And inside of here, I can dig this side of the wall out, leaving the top dirt so it blends in, and then make these concrete if I really want to. If the zombies start digging through the dirt, I can always make that side concrete, leaving the very top grass, so it looks from a distance just like normal. And then above here, the layout of this top area here will be will not be using concrete. I might want to use it for the very foundation, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to use something else. So if I want to keep that marked, I'll mark it on this side. Mark that one on this side. Take that one away. So the very bottom of our wall, just give you an idea of what I'm thinking here. Let's go up and get our building materials. I'm going to use flagstone for the very bottom. Probably 2 layers. Okay. So that'll be the very base. Above that, maybe I should go 3 layers. 3 layers might look a little weird with the repeating patterns. I wish that was a procedural texture that kind of randomized itself, but so there is the first 2 layers, and now the top, I want to use brick pavers, which I don't have crafted yet because of all the clay that they use. So I'm going to use brick pavers going up quite a ways, and then the very top, I'm going to change it over to the cobblestone, and we're going to have little accents on the top coming out. And that's where it gets tough, because it's going to be high enough to where I'm going to have to do some major scaffolding work to even get up that high. But that'll give you an idea of what I'm going for a look of the wall. Now the accent pieces, these back here are marking the accent pieces. Those will go up the outside of the wall, all the way up, and I can use either full blocks like this, or I can use plate blocks to break up that look a little bit. And I haven't decided 100% what I'm going to do about the accent pieces. I could use wood. Wood has a lot of different possibilities. But you know, just to break the lines up a little bit, that's kind of what you learn when you craft in games like this, when you build in games like this, what looks good and what doesn't. And when you have just one type of block and it's just constant, it's really unappealing. So you want to break up the texture and break up the surface a little bit, so you have a little bit of depth with your builds. I mean, if you look at some of their builds, I mean, they've got little window storm doors on there. They've got, you know, everything is sort of designed with organic look in mind, where if you just have a flat wall with just the same texture, it kind of looks like crap. So we've got ramps in flagstone. We've got cobblestone. I could use cobblestone. That would break it up a little bit, but I don't have any of the brick pavers yet. So that's going to set me back a little bit, not having any of those. I'm going to put a rebar frame there to hold, and I'm just going to dig like crazy. I might have to go get some more fuel too. But once the perimeter is done, then we can work on the inside and not really worry about too many uninvited guests. There's a huge section of wall done. Yeah, this is why I wanted, you know, auger parts and a bunch of auger stuff, because this little process is... Imagine doing all of this with a shovel. Oh man, that would be tedious. I want to put another support where that accent is, because I need to support this frame, otherwise it'll fall and I'll just waste a bunch of iron and frames. And I don't want to do that. Just like that. And now we need to take out these last two. And I got to keep an eye on the day because I can get lost in building with this, and suddenly I'm on a horde night. So I'm always kind of keeping track of what day it is. That happened to me while I was building that Gravestone Heights apartment building. As I was happily building, and all of a sudden I realized, oh crap, it's like day 49 and it's a horde night. So I had to run back to my base and quickly try to set up myself to defend. Because when I built that, it's a world very much like this one. It's essentially like a backup copy. I started a private game and play it pretty much identical, and it's a little further along as far as like number of days, and but it's a base that's in the exact same place, built the same way. Just in case something happened with this save, I would have had a backup that I could have gone to that looked pretty much identical. Chests and stuff are slightly different, but for the most part, it's the same. There's another segment. Ready to go. And I can take that out. Excellent. So now it's just a matter of putting the flagstone in there. Okay, flagstone. So yeah, I think the different textures, I think the different the colors, the color differences, all of the different stuff on the wall, plus the fact that it's going to have little accents on it, will let it kind of pop out and look really appealing. Some light textures, some dark textures, mix those together, and you usually can come up with some pretty good designs. So let's see, accent wise, still not sure about. I mean, I can, once I have some brick pavers, I'll be able to finish off this section of the wall completely all the way up to the top, and see if it looks decent, because I'm not yet ready to commit to the whole perimeter like this just yet, until I see what the final result is going to look like. And then up here, we're going to dig down one block here and then have walkways around our perimeter. And you're not going to be able to see the pillars from up here. You'll be able to see them if you're standing on the edge there, of course. But in here, it'll look like just like any other big castle wall. And we shouldn't have too many problems with spider zombies, because up on the top, around the perimeter of the whole thing, there will be little accents, little ramps that poke out, and so they won't be able to go over the wall. Again, those are going to be tough to put in because it's going to require quite a substantial amount of work. A lot of scaffolding, and just it's going to be just crazy. So yeah, a lot of digging. I'm going to need to go get some repair packs, get some more fuel, and check on my brick paver status. Hopefully we're getting progress on those. I'm glad this is close to my base, otherwise it would be a royal pain. See, and none of this has been loaded, so it hasn't been spawning screamers over here, even though I've got like 18 smelters going right now. So let's go look at my status here. Oh, we are full on clay. Good. So I need to put some stuff away. I've got a lot of dirt on me. I need to grab some stone and throw in there, because we are full. So brick pavers. I have 30,000, so that's 500. So that's 5,000 stone, which is 1,000 actual small stone. So let me get this sorted out, and we'll come back next episode. Hopefully have some building materials, make a little progress. I don't want to do 100% of the build on camera. That would be 50, 60 episodes of building. But let me know in the comments how much you want to see, what you want to see, and kind of follow along with the progress. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.